Alright, in today's tutorial we're going to talk about adding products to your website, which is one of the most important things on your website, right? So if you are selling e-commerce, you've got to have parts. Now I want you to think of Drupal as a brick and mortar, the same concept as a brick and mortar. A big UPS truck may pull up and you put 1,000 parts in your warehouse. And then you have to decide out of those parts in the back end which parts are going to be displayed and how they're going to be displayed for your customers. So, like with everything on Drupal, there's a couple of different ways to do this. And depending on how your site is set up right now, you'll want to know how to change those. And it's pretty easy. So we're going to pick this particular one that's already in here, right? And I'm going to edit it and show you a couple things. Now this one is set up to where I can add a product and a product display in one action, right? Instead of adding them to my warehouse. So we have the product display, we have the title, the descriptions, we have the images, and if you see here, we've had 3 products, which is something you can do, and you can edit it, and it tells you the description of the SKU, and if you're SEOing, you'd have some SEO words here, and the price, and the shipping dimensions, and the brand. And on this particular demo site we actually tied the displays to the category. Yours probably won't be like that. It'll probably be tied to the part, but place for installation instructions and fitment. That's all for one product. And so if I was to update that, I'm going to hit update product and we'd be good to go. I'm not going to update this product. I'm going to show you if we decided on this to add another product to this display. The way it's set up right now is, again, add a new product. So I am telling it I'm going to give another product. This product does not currently exist in the back of my store. And so this is a great way, again, if you want to add onesies or twosies. So I would put in all my pertinent information in here, I'd hit save, and we'd be all good to go. But what if you don't want to do that? What if you had just loaded an entire line onto the back of your store, or you want to set up some different types of product displays and you want to be able to just take some part numbers and put them in there. So I'm going to actually snag this part number here so I can show you something. Alright, so what you're going to do is go up to Structure, Content Types, Product Display, Manage Fields, because you're managing the products, and it's a widget. It's a widget that's on your site. So if you see where the darker spots are on that, that is kind of the flyout, so you don't have to click, 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 click. It just gets there in one swoop of your mouse. Currently, the widget type on this is inline entity. So that means I'm telling the website I want to be able to do multiple products and create them at the same time that I'm creating my product display. But if I had a bunch on the back, that's not going to work because I already have those parts. So all I would do is switch to autocomplete text field, hit continue, and it's asking me to save the fields, and that's fine. So let's get rid of that. And now I'm going to add content. Add content. So I moused over content, drop down to add content. I'm adding a product display because this is something new. So I'm going to put my title in here, and I'm going to put my description in here. And now here, instead of it saying add product, it just has a little bar here. So as soon as I start to type, and you can do this, I can copy and paste in that part number, but if you start to type, it's going to start to ask you, because it's going to know what parts you have in the back. And if I say, oh, this is the part, or I can continue to type in the entire thing, it goes, okay, this is the product that's going to be in that display. But if I wanted 3 or 4 different products, because maybe I have a winch, or a couple different winch options in here. And I'd like to add some gloves as well in the drop down so that when they're going to buy the winch, they can just drop down and they can see now a picture of the gloves and have the pricing changed. So I'm going to put a comma right here and I'm going to type in the next SKU number. Well, I don't know what that is because I don't think we have any gloves on this dev site, but you will get the point, right? So I go, oh, there it is. And I add that. And I can just keep adding a lot of products. Now at some point when you have 27 27 products, it might get a little long for a customer, but that's how you're going to change it. So again, if I want to go back and say, okay, I've done that, I've pulled a bunch of products that I already had on the site and merged them into one product display. Because if I'm have the parts in the back, your website only allows for one unique SKU number. So had I done it the other way and it said create the product, it thinks I am creating a brand new product and it will say, hey, the SKU number already exists. So we don't want to do that. So this is how you're going to create a display using products on the back end that you already have to merge them into a multi-display or even a single display. And when I want to change that back after I have completed this and I'm loving my display and now I go, hey, I just loaded an entire or this is if you load an entire line. I want to just add 2 or 3 parts from some manufacturer I found. And so I don't want to be able to do this because I don't want to add the product first and then add it to the display. Then I'm going to go back up to Structure, Content Type, Product Display, Manage Fields, Products, and the widget. The widget I have is autocomplete. I'm going to change it. Now here I can choose to, and I always do multiple values because I kind of like loading up a display with a few different types of products, but you can change it to I only want to be able to add one product at a time, or I want to be able to add multiple products at a time. So I'm going to change it to inline entity, multiple values, and I've just changed it back. All done. So that's how you add products and product displays and switch those around on your website. All right, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Feel free to give me a call or email me if you have any other questions about this, and good luck with your website.